I guess.
Yo, it's your boy Mark Smith, also known as Akins, also known as Coach Guy in sports. Back with another overrated or underrated. This time I have Devin Booker on the me. Is Devin Booker overrated or underrated? In the 2018-19 season, in 64 games, he averaged 26.6 points per game, 4.1 rebounds, 6.8 assists, shot 46.7 from the field, 32.6 from the three-point line, and 86.6 from the free throw line as well. That being said, is Devin Booker overrated or underrated? Now, it kills me when people talk about Devin Booker. 1 minute they talk about how he's a top 25 player. The next minute they scoff at him because he can't win 25 games for the Phoenix Suns. But who can win 25 games for the Phoenix Suns with that roster that they have? They have absolutely nobody. One of the worst rosters in the NBA, probably the worst roster in the NBA. Also one of the most disorganized franchises in the NBA. They just fired their head coach. They're constantly firing coaches. And I don't think the coaches are the problem. The thing about the Phoenix Suns is it's just like they don't have any talent. They are lacking talent. They missed out on a lot of draft picks. Josh Jackson hasn't really developed as people thought he was going to develop as a high lottery pick. TJ Warren is a solid player, but he should be coming off the bench for any real playoff contending team. And they just don't have the amount of players to be successful year in and year out. So to call Devin Booker overrated is absolutely ridiculous. Even though he's a top 25 player, people say he's never won 25 games in a season yet. But that team is so terrible. There's nothing that Devin Booker can't do on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, Jesus Christ, he's averaging 27 points per game. He's putting up crazy numbers, and people are saying they're empty stats because he's playing with the Phoenix Suns. But if his team was better and if he had some players that are capable of scoring and him not having to be the playmaker to give them the ball as well, he will be even better. Devin Booker essentially this year was the point guard for the Phoenix Suns. He was playing a point guard position. He was facilitating, he was playmaking, he was creating his own offense, and it's just like, how can you sit up and say a player that is overrated when he really has no team? Now, everybody wants to compare him. Well, LeBron James was doing this. LeBron James was doing this at his age. But LeBron James also played in the Eastern Conference. Devin Booker plays in the Western Conference. You put the Phoenix Suns in the Eastern Conference, they're probably, I want to say, at least competing for an HC because the Eastern Conference is so weak. So, yes, I mean, conferences do play a part in Devin Booker not be able to get wins for the Phoenix Suns, but also his lack of teammates and his lack of having great players surrounded by him is so bad in Phoenix right now. I can even tell you who's their point guard. I couldn't even tell you who's really their second best player on their team. And like I said, this organization has missed out on draft picks, Dragon Bender, Josh Jackson. They still do not have a point guard as well. And even though they drafted DeAndre looks like he's going to be a solid big man in the future, but they kind of missed out on Luka Doncic and also Trae Young. I would have took either one of those guys over DeAndre. Now, that's the thing about the Phoenix Suns, their organization. They keep on making bad decisions, and then people are looking at Devin Booker, who's putting up these crazy numbers and saying they're empty stats, and he's an excellent offensive player, but it's just kind of like he can't be responsible for what the front office isn't doing. So that's a little bit unfair to Devin Booker. But they have James Jones as a GM right now. He's going to bring in a head coach. Hopefully they get the number one overall pick. And if they get the number one overall pick, this is a big decision because you don't need Zion Williams. That's the thing. They need Jay Morant. They don't need Zion Williamson paired with Ayton and then Devin Booker. They need a point guard that can possibly take the pressure off of Devin Booker. They need to trade for a Drew Holiday type of player and who can fit right next to Devin Booker, who can play defense as well and help Devin Booker out. Those are the two suggestions I would make for this organization going forward. But Devin Booker is definitely not overrated. He operates well in the pick and roll, hits threes, plays at a control pace. And like I said, there's nothing that this brother cannot do. And he was, like I said, he was essentially the point guard for this team. So Do I think Devin Booker is overrated? Of course I do not. I think he's definitely underrated. And I think with more talent, he would be able to get more wins in the NBA. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Is Devin Booker overrated or underrated? It's your boy, Mike K. Smith, also known as AK. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get me to 1,000 subs. AK Nation, I am gone. Peace.